and welcome to episode 10 of the Sidders Knits video podcast. I'm Sydney.
And I'm Arlene.
And let's see, I am Sidderad on Ravelry, and then Sidders Knits on Instagram.
That's so funny. I'm on the spot. Okay, I am Design with Arlene on Instagram, and then Stitch and Scrap on Ravelry.
And it's only been about 3 weeks. It's been like a month since we last actually podcast, but it took me a while to get it published. So I think it's only been published for like 3 weeks, but it was, my computer got updated and then like apps wouldn't work, and it was just kind of a pain in the butt trying to figure it out.
But we have been knitting, so that's a good thing. We have a lot to show you.
I don't. You do. She's been knitting a lot. I have not. So,
so things that we...
I wasn't sure if I should talk about like my shirt because you can kind of see it.
Yeah, do that first.
So, my coworkers know me well, and they like pretty much all gave me knitting related stuff, and it's really cute. So this shirt says, "Yes, I really do need all this yarn." So I thought that was really cute. And then I got, it says, "I knit yarn periodically," and then for the YARN, it's all from the periodic table. So it's perfect because I work in a lab. I'm actually a physical sciences lab manager, so I do a lot of stuff with chemistry. So it's perfect. And then this is like a little knitting kit, and it says "Stitches Be Crazy."
So cute.
Yeah, she got it on Etsy, and it's just like,
she did.
so she just has like, like a little kit of just like Notions kit. That's what I think it's called.
I love that they have something for everyone.
I know.
You know, if you took the time to go looking and you ordered ahead of time, then you could find something for anybody unique like that, one of a kind. Oh yes.
And I also have socks too. So if you can read this, bring me yarn.
And I hear children at the door.
Hopefully,
I hear Grandma.
My husband's here, so hopefully he did have headphones on though, because he's playing a video game. So hopefully he hears and redirects. Because they'll find me. They do that when I'm in here working on stuff, because it's a computer room. Like I'll be working on homework or something, and then pretty soon.
That or like when you're on the phone. The phone or the bathroom. It's always.
Yeah, they find you. Oh,
well, let's see. What did should we stop it?
No.
Keep going. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Should I grab?
Yeah. So we'll start with our mission accomplished.
And I do have several things for that. So I started out, what I made was from I used the yarn called Bamboo.
Actually, do you want me to bring her in here to try on some of the other stuff?
Oh yeah.
Okay, keep talking about that, but I'll bring her in
something
to be
that
our model.
I made and gave to her for Christmas. So this is made with the Bamboo Bloom hand paints, and it is by Universal Yarn. That focus is there. I love this yarn, so I bought 2 skeins. I did buy 2 skeins of it at a local yarn store here called Yarn Refuge. And when I purchased it, I really I loved, there was a cowl there that I really loved, but there wasn't a pattern for. So I talked to the owner, and she said the lady that made it hadn't brought the yarn or the pattern in for that yarn, but I still wanted to try the yarn out. So she gave me it's called Simple Rules Cowl, but this is I couldn't find it on Ravelry, but there's something very similar to it. So with this one, it says to cast on, I believe, 70. Yeah, it says it's cast on 70. Look how cute. Oh. To cast on 70. And I ended up casting on, for the first cowl I made, I cast on 110. And I thought it was a little long, so then I thought I'd cast on 100, and I liked it. So, and this is the yarn. It's basically, the pattern is just, you knit in the round, and you knit when it's the thinner size of the yarn, and then when it gets to these chunky pieces, then you purl, and that's all you do, and I love it. So this is the longer one right here. That's with casting on 110, and then this is the shorter one, which is the one I like. Do you want to try that on? You can see. So yeah,
like if you kind of like had a jacket and almost like pull it over.
Yeah, but I like that. And then this is more of the pattern, and this is the one that is cast on only 100. So then Erin, my other daughter, she was like putting it over just like that. Did you do that? She told me to do that. Oh no, she didn't. She told me to do it like that.
Oh, like a little hood.
And I said I look. So it was funny. I'm like, I look like the Christmas Yet to Come from the Christmas Carol. Do you remember that? It was like this. Anyway, sorry. Okay, here, take that off and try this one so they can see. See, a little shorter? I think I like that. That's 100 stitches cast on. That's 100, and this one was 110. So, so I finished those. This yarn is just so soft when you knit it up, and it's easy, which is what I needed. Although now I'm thinking I need to get something a little more with more of a pattern. But yeah,
it's pretty.
So cute. Okay, and then Belle is wearing.
Belle, come here. Let's show your dress.
Okay.
Come show your dress.
Show your dress. Okay, your pretty dress.
So that's and I'd started that, so I showed that.
Mommy's legs.
Look at you in there. See, they're taking a picture. You say hi.
Hi.
There you go. And I thought it's cute. It's a little bit big, it seems like.
Yeah, it is a little big, but it's not too bad.
Yeah, and then that's what you wear. But and then because it's ribbing. Yeah. Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
look
she
how
wore it the other
cute
day.
you are. That is so cute.
And then you can see the little pattern on there too. With the little, I don't know if you'd really call it lace, but kind of like a
it's
little
just
lacy
a little.
pattern.
It's really and it was easy enough to where it didn't I didn't lose interest in it. It wasn't so. Sometimes you get some that are so confusing that if you stop, then you kind of lose your place in that thing.
Yeah.
And then I also got these are the hats.
Belle, come try on a hat. Come here.
Want to try a hat on?
Come here, Belle.
So I
Come sit with
made,
Mommy.
this was the first hat. This is the pattern, I want to say is it Topsy hat? I'll find it. We'll have it in the show notes. But it's a kit. And so all you do, here's the other one. Try the hat on.
Yeah, you love this hat. Huh?
There's the kitty cat hat.
Yeah.
Okay, look how cute. See? Is that your grumpy face? Where's your grumpy face?
See, kitty cat.
So it's a kit. So all you do is this one I actually followed the directions, and it's a little bit too short on her. So this one I increased. I added 5 more rows of just knitting. But
I think it turned
it's
out pretty good,
I like it better.
Mommy.
So it is a it's all complete. So you just start knitting, and I started from the inside of the yarn. I pulled from the center. This one I pulled from the outside. Interesting, huh?
Yeah.
And then this I pulled in the center and started knitting. So you knit, like do the ribbing, and then you knit, and then there's some decreases at the top, and then the little like this is a butterfly. There's a cat. There's different kinds too that they have varieties, and then that's all included. And then there's like this little like a styrofoam piece, and this is what holds it. Yeah, so I
It's
I think
just
that
tied in
kind of
there.
helps to hold it upright a little bit, and then you just tie it. You loop I just tied it in a bow, and you could knot it too. But.
And then I think if you're washing it, you could take the little stuffed animal thing off.
Yeah, super easy, and I love the way it turns out. And you can seriously do this in a day.
Yeah, because didn't you get one from Yarn Refuge, and then you got the other one
Amazon.
from Amazon? Okay, that's what.
And they were really similar in price. It was just I wanted one, and I don't think I was planning on going to a Yarn Refuge. And seriously, Amazon with Prime, you can get it in 2 days. So I went ahead and got that. So I want to get another one there's enough yarn to do that for an adult. So I have my second oldest daughter. She loves cats too. And so I thought I would make that for her. Don't you think that would be cute? And we could match. Yeah, and I don't know how to turn that on. There it is.
This is from Great Grandma, a nice noisy toy.
And then finished objects. Is that everything I have?
I think
Oh
so.
yeah, and the dress. We showed the dress.
We
So,
showed
yeah,
the dress.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and then showed your hats and your cowls. So you got a lot of stuff done.
I did.
I didn't get anything done. Nothing done at all.
You
That's
didn't?
okay. Yeah, I haven't been knitting that much, and that's
It's
okay.
hard, and it was the holidays,
Mhm.
and you.
Yeah.
So with the new house, she's the one that we had Christmas Eve, and you hosted that, and then what was another one just recent? My daughter, her sister graduated.
Oh,
Erin
yeah, Erin's
graduated, so we had a graduation
party.
party in
Mhm.
December.
Yeah.
So there was a lot
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah,
So,
and then I've been studying and taking the
yes, yeah.
GRE, so that's been a lot of studying.
Yeah.
I've been out of school for like almost 5 years, so
Almost.
yeah, so that has not been very fun. So that's been taking up most of my like nap times and after bed
Yeah.
times and early morning time before the kids get up. It's not fun.
and that
so.
it's life, and it gets busy. So,
Yeah.
and then you have these little,
Yeah.
you knit and then you don't, then you knit, or maybe you should say you don't knit up here and you knit down here when there's a lull, and then you don't knit. So, or craft or whatever that you're doing.
Yeah, just when it's less busy and more busy.
Yeah. And if you can fit it all in, great. And when it gets to be where it's too busy and you're trying to cram it in, then it's not fun anymore. Then
exactly.
Then it's time to take a break.
Yeah, because we like it as relaxing, just
right, and that's
something
what needs
that's
to
kind
stay.
of fun. And and if it's not relaxing, that's why for me, like gift knitting gets so stressful that it's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Right. If we could keep it up, but I know it's hard. Like in January, and I think I'm going to be talking about that later when we were bringing some other things in. I've been on this kick of like, let's purge everything and let's get things out and ready to go. And my thought process in January is let's knit one thing a month, but find like use maybe my stash. I'm trying to, and then
from there.
a gift, and then set it aside, because rather than keep everything, which I'm really notorious for, I'm going to make a scarf and I'm going to keep it. I'm going to make 2 cowls, but I'll keep both of them because I have so much that I end up not using it. So if I could just I'm going to gift one. Because Erin really liked that color.
So
everything.
You can give it to her. Even for her birthday.
It's coming up in March.
Yeah, in March.
So I thought if I could just learn to just make something, because that's really why do we knit? We enjoy the process. I think that's what I do.
Yeah,
I enjoy the end result too.
And that's I have heard of that. Either some people are more process knitters, and some people are more like end result knitters. I'm kind of in the middle because I like having the finished stuff. It's just I also I like giving it away. So I guess it's kind of more the process.
And then again, the season that you're at,
kind of more here, less, and that's okay.
Yeah. So
kind of in a less phase.
I'm like, get rid of phase. Well, and then she's got a bunch of yarn, and she wants to get rid of it. And
it's actually not that much. I'll show it to you before you leave. It's not a ton. Yeah, it's one of those 4 1-gallon paint boxes, and it's like that full. It's not like there's a lot in there.
Feel better.
Yeah, it's not a ton, and some of it, I'm sure you won't. It just disappeared, I think. So hopefully it all works out. But yeah, so it's just a really pretty. It's very similar to the one I just bought. I think maybe the one I got doesn't have blue or something
in it. One that's similar to this. It seems like it's not carrot. Oh, yeah, that's pretty. Okay.
So it's really pretty, and so I was thinking of doing that, just doing some kind of like vanilla socks.
There's something about yarn, especially for some reason sock yarn. I don't know why.
And it's hard because that one was hard because that's like I don't know, because you read me The Hobbit. So my mom read The Hobbit to me when I was. How old was I? Do you remember that? Because you read it out loud to me, and I want to say we might have lived at the old house.
Yeah,
so, I mean, I would have been like under 10 years old.
Yeah.
And
then when we had the book club, we've talked about the book club before, and that's.
Yeah.
But my first memory that I have, like my first memory, but The Hobbit I got introduced to when I was in high school, and back then we had a local radio station where actually it was a high school a teacher that was in charge of it, and so high school students, you could earn a credit, I think, or something by being a DJ. So they had it upstairs. It was like this high school gym that actually was a high school. It was like a middle school that they had made a gym out of, and then you went upstairs, and then inside a little room was where you had it all set up, and it was like back in the day they were albums, and there was like an album, I don't know how many records, I might still have it too, because I took it and never brought it back, and so I listened to it. It was The Hobbit on an album, and it was, and I don't think I have it anymore. I will have to look, but that's when I first started, and I thought, oh, this sounds kind of fun, but nobody, I mean, I was from a small town, I don't know why, and I just had never heard of that before, and none of my friends, they didn't, that wasn't a thing they did.
Yeah.
So I didn't really realize, and then fast forward to when we knew Joanne, and she was doing the book club, and it was Crick Hollow.
And that might have been why you read it to me. It might have been maybe one of the books for that
I think it was. Yeah.
I just remember you reading out loud to me.
I loved and Harry Potter. Remember that, but so anyway, that's I digress.
Yeah. And that's what for me it was kind of hard because I'd like to read the book. I've actually never read any of the other ones because I've started and I thought maybe if I listened to them because they're just kind of wordy, I think, very descriptive, and it can be kind of hard. But anyway, The Hobbit, it reminds me of I read this when I was a kid, being a kid. So it almost makes me sad being an adult and going back to some of this because I'm like, but that's part of my childhood. But I thought, oh, that'd be fun. This would be a good like reason kind of to do it for that. The knit
Yeah.
along.
I think it would be kind of fun.
Yeah, and then the
I'm gonna have
socks
to
would be
look
for
that up.
me.
And then my socks probably be for me too.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
So now I think that's kind of like what we have in the queue. What we're working on.
Yeah, not anything real specific
And
or
then
anything.
now you want to just kind of show some of those bags and stuff.
Yeah, so in addition to spending time and money on on actual fiber, I also spent some. I love bags, and I got some gifts too, so I'll show that. But in fact, let me do that too. So for Christmas, right? Was this Christmas?
I think I did your birthday because I wanted to give it to you before Christmas.
So it was my birthday, which is really
No, I
close.
wanted to be there when you opened it, and I was there on your birthday, but I wouldn't be there
on
Christmas.
Christmas
That's
morning.
why,
So Cindy gave me this kit, and it's by, did we say Knitter's Pride?
Yeah, Knitter's Pride.
Knitter's Pride. So it's a really cool box too, and
It looks
it
like
is.
macadamia nut chocolate box.
Yes.
Actually, I'm gonna be right back. We can talk
Okay.
about it. I think I have a box that looks like
Oh,
that.
do you? We'll compare. So anyway, it's a set of needles. What are the size do they go to? They go to from size, I think it's up to size 10, up to size 11, and it starts at size 4. And so they're interchangeable needles. And they come with like a little, you can tighten it up. And they come with different cables. Do you know is this 16 inch or 24? I think it's from 24. And it goes,
See?
stop. We'll have to put it up.
Yeah.
Anyway, it goes, I think 24 and up.
Yeah, and I think it was up to 40.
Okay.
I think it was
all right.
40.
And it comes in a cute little bag, and it's all in here for you. And I wanted to show, I brought one of the ones I used for, what did I use this for in my last project? I don't even know. So anyway, and then you can see how what really bothers me, and a pet peeve maybe of mine, is when lots of times when you buy them, sometimes with like the not quite, so when you buy the lesser expensive, you always have this gap here, like my yarn will catch, and I don't like that. Or if you try to tighten it up with the interchangeable, you have a gap there, or it loosens up. So I made, what did I just make?
The cowl?
Yeah, that's what it was. And I use this and I tighten it up with the little, like they give you like a little key thing, and I didn't have a problem one time, and it didn't loosen, and then you can see it's just, I don't know if you can or not, but it's just really smooth right here. So I really like them.
Good.
Yeah, thank you. I loved them. But yeah, okay, now where's your macadamia nut?
See?
This will be a good picture for us. That's good. So, okay, so that's
These are actually from Hawaii. My mother-in-law brought them back.
Oh, was there any left?
Yeah, you can have one more. I've eaten all the rest of
You
them.
did?
There's a couple left,
Oh, yeah,
but
that's
no
all
one
right.
else has eaten any except for me.
So for Christmas, my 10-year-old son is actually started to crochet and knit. So once in a while, he doesn't do it a lot. He really wanted to learn. He just loves to learn things. And so I decided I was going to get him a knitting project bag.
Didn't
Look
you
at
show this last time?
Did I?
I think you did because
okay, well,
remember
I have
because he walked in.
That's right. So here, we're done. He loves it. He likes it. And then after Christmas, this is from Fate's Thread, correct?
Yeah.
Fate's Thread. She was having a
Here,
sale.
I
Like,
got my
well,
notes.
sorry. And I think I just saw it. Those cats. And we have, she was having, I think it was 30% off sale.
It was, yeah, because I tagged you in it when I saw that.
I know.
I'm like,
And I looked at them like, I must
yeah,
have.
because you don't have a lot of bags. So
So I picked up 2 of them. So one of them is, and I really like the way, both of these. This is from Fate's Thread, the other is Still City Stitchers. But I love how it's really well made. Are there pockets in this one? No pockets in this one. But look at how cute the pattern is. So I'm like, okay, that's got to be for a sock, right?
Yeah.
That's so cute. And then this other one is same. It's the same knitting, same size, but it is made. Look at the pattern on this one. Oh, so cute. And it's a flannel.
sushi.
It's
That's
like you
cute.
got a
Yeah.
flannel.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just real
Yeah.
soft.
I know. I really like her bags because they're kind of more inexpensive in a way. Like some bags get so expensive,
Yeah.
and they're like sturdy, And then she
Yeah.
has a lot of fabrics to choose
So they're
from. That's one of the things
they're
I love
lined
is,
on the
like,
inside with just like a cotton, which I like.
Mhm.
I like it that it's because it's smoother, doesn't catch on stuff.
Yeah,
So.
and I like that they're drawstring because
Yeah.
zipper bags sometimes, because I like just
And
keep the
this-
yarn inside and you're pulling it out and it can get like caught in the zipper. Like I know you can like fold it over, but this you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
You just open it
So,
and grab and knit.
Yeah, I'm going to put my sock. I should do it right now, actually. So it's going in my sock bag. So then maybe I'll be like, oh, I can't wait. I want to knit this, and by 2020 I should have a pair. Okay, that's
Okay, so now we can move on to a recipe.
yeah. And you said
Yeah, well, let's see. So yeah, mine is a recipe. So this one is called Mom's Bistro. It's another meal plan, surprise. And she has a website, and what she's done is she also comes out with like a monthly dinner meal planner. It actually comes also with kind of like ideas for breakfast and lunch, but this is just for dinners. And then it comes with like the shopping list and all
so
the
she
recipes.
does like you can print this thing out, and this is the whole month.
Yeah, and you
Is
have
that
to
right?
buy it. So it's like $5 on Etsy, I think.
What
And
is
so
for
this whole month thing.
Okay, so one month.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it comes with like the month planner, and it's like each month she does a new one, and it's broken down by week. Actually, I think there's a list if you want to shop for the entire month, but then it's broken down by week and the grocery list per week. And then you also there's a file with the recipes. So what I did is I printed them off like that. So I know it's like all glary, but there's like 2 on a page. And I did double-sided just because if I did 1 per page, it just would be a lot to print out.
Yeah.
And then I stuck them in a binder in sheet protectors because I've used hers before. And actually, I think I've been a lot more impressed this month. I've tried it before, but I noticed it seemed like there's just a lot of like kind of more starchy foods, you know, where it just was like a lot. And this, I feel like it's a little bit more rounded now. And so I really like it where you have kind of like protein, vegetables, and maybe like a small starchy side instead of like a ton of like starchy. You know, does that make sense? Like sometimes you have that, and or just a lot of fat or things like that where I just. Well, we are back to finish up with a different phone because the files are apparently lost on my phone. They just weren't there.
So luckily she checked before I left, so we're using my phone. So
to try to do that real quick to finish up. So
So
our
we
last, our last thing is going to be a random recommendation, and what we had this time, we wanted to recommend Clutterbug. So she has videos on YouTube, and they're like organizing, cleaning, decluttering kind of stuff videos, and she's doing like a hug your home organization thing right now for the first, I think it's like 12 weeks, and you focus on a different area each week. And so the first week was your room. So I cleaned up my room and my closet. So I was gonna try to insert some like before and after of my closet because it was a big mess. And it's much better now. And I just kind of used stuff I already had and reorganized my closet.
Yeah, and I've used her. We were talking about the pantry that I have, and I didn't use some of her newer videos. I think it's something she already had. So I've decluttered my pantry and my girls' rooms. I went through a whole bunch, and she's just really motivating. I think she does a lot that. Thank you. She just helps you, and then she's real. Like we were talking about, she's real down to earth, I think, and talking about, and then she talks about what kind of insect or bug you are, right? It's a clutterbug. So that's going to be fun. I'm off to take the test, and you already knew.
Yeah, I was a ladybug.
Yeah. So I will see. I'll have to take it within the next 2 weeks. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
What kind of bug I am.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because it just helps you to get an idea of kind of your organizing style.
Yeah. And I think
really
that's
helpful.
like right after Christmas for me is the time when I'm like, I want to just get rid of stuff.
Clean it up and get rid of it.
So I think it helps us get motivated too, you know. And I like you said, I like it. She's got Instagram too, I believe, right?
Yeah, I just started following her on there too.
I think I looked at her, I saw her YouTube videos first.
Yeah.
And then I've seen that she has that. So good.
Yeah.
That's our recommendation. So in 2 weeks, when we'll let you know how beautiful our home is.
Yeah,
And uncluttered.
exactly. There we go.
So yeah. Yeah, well, thank you for watching, and we will see you in, we hope, about 2 weeks.
Okay.